Michael Nagy here with Jiggy Jag TV and DiscoveringBands.com, and for everyone watching for chose video and my channel and help support the awesome bands I feature. And today I'm here with Silence and Machine. How you doing today?
I'm good. How are you?
Good, good. It's great to have you.
It's nice to be here. Thank you for the interview.
Oh, definitely. I want to start off by saying you, like most other musicians and artists, you work full time and then do the project. I was wondering, how do you balance your time for your project here?
It's pretty hard, but I usually set aside a few hours a day to work on music and write whatever I can. But it really depends. I ain't really got much else to do living out here in the middle of the woods.
So every day you're working on music then, right?
Pretty much. I usually try to like work on a little something. I've been doing a lot of collaborations lately.
Yeah, tell us about that. I see you've been working with a lot of awesome artists and stuff. So tell us about some of the artists you've been working with.
I have recently I'm going to be featured on Bow Down's new album, and I've been doing a lot of remixes for Miss Suicide and Sylacauga, and I've been working on a side project called Aerofine with Cynthia, and I've been working on another side project with Shed Skin, and I had a remix on Spank the Nuns last remix album and a couple other ones. It's hard to keep up with.
You know, those are all great artists you've named. So how does that work? Do they reach out to you? Do you reach out to them, or you're just a combination?
I mean, in the beginning, some of them I've reached out to. You know, I put out a compilation album at the beginning of the pandemic for my self label, and I'd reached out to a lot of new artists, which is where I met Spank the Nun and Pitter Spatter and Bow Down, a couple other bands, and some of them have known me for a couple years, and they reach out to me for remixes, and I do the same. But they all have been really, really awesome people.
Awesome. Now, for everybody watching, do you have any other artists you'd like to collaborate with in the future yet?
Still figuring it out. I got a big list of things still to work on, but yeah, I'm gonna do some more collaborations, and I'm hoping to work more on this year on getting a band together to start playing more live shows, because at the moment it's just me. But hopefully I can make that happen soon.
Yeah, it seems like stuff is starting to open up, so hopefully coming soon that can definitely happen.
Right. Yeah, I mean, I'm in Alabama and stuff didn't really shut down too long here. So we're already having concerts and gatherings and stuff open back up.
Yeah, people, yeah, they need that, you know, the human interaction.
Right. Yeah, it's been a while. I ain't even been to a show myself in like 7 years.
Wow, 7 years.
Yeah. Well, I mean, I went to a couple of punk rock shows that were local, but besides for that, it's been a
Wow.
while.
I want to ask, how did the project name Silence and Machine come to be?
Actually, it came from a song I started writing. Well, it wasn't really even a song. It was more just me writing in a journal when I was like, I don't know, it had to be like 98 probably. But I found the journal or the notebook in 2009 when I first started doing programming and writing my own music, and I'd actually wrote a song for it and everything, but I'd gotten robbed at gunpoint in my house, and I actually lost all my music because they stole my laptop. But yeah, I lost a lot of material, but I went back and went through like, I don't know, probably like 6 different band names before I really could come up with something that wasn't already taken, and it actually, Silence and Machine itself actually came from a Nine Inch Nails song. It's like a few sentence fragments, you know, like that I was caught, I don't know, it caught my attention, so it stuck with me. And when I finally changed it, it kind of just stuck.
Cool. Yeah, the name definitely has that industrial vibe to it.
Right. But yeah, I mean, even if I wanted to change it, it's too late, you know.
Now, I want to ask, besides doing all the collaborations and remixes and stuff, what else are you currently working on new music yourself?
I actually just released an album, which was going to be a different project, but I decided to release it under Silence Machine anyways, because more people know it. But it was called Defective, and it was kind of more towards more electronic sound than I started off more, you know, metal, kind of grungy, underground industrial, but I was trying to work on something that I could possibly perform, you know, alone if I had to. So that
And
was kind of that.
and being more electronic, maybe you can get it played at more of the clubs and stuff too, right?
Right, right. There's not a lot of clubs and scene down here, but I'm not far from Atlanta, so.
Tell us how the scene is in Atlanta.
Well, I moved here from Atlanta. I'm actually from here, but I moved here about 10 years ago, and the scene in Atlanta is pretty strong in the underground industrial part, and there's a lot of shows that came through back then, but it's changed a lot since. I know one of my favorite venues was the Masquerade, and I know they tore it down and rebuilt it. I actually used to work there, but yeah, there's still a good scene there. I just haven't made it back up that way yet.
It'll be interesting to see when this pandemic's over what happens with the scene.
It will. I'm very interested in getting started with live performances.
Yeah, have a lot of venues been closing down with the pandemic? Because I know different places in the U.S. venues are closing, and new ones are supposedly popping up hopefully soon.
Right. Well, down here, like, I mean, the next biggest town to mine would be Birmingham, and a lot of it closed down for a while, and they're starting to open back up a lot. But as far as the other states, I hear a lot of people say they're still in quarantine, you know, and some of them are still open and playing shows, and it varies from state to state, really.
Yeah. Now, if people want to find you on social media, look you up, get your music, how do they do that?
I mean, you can pretty much type in Silence and Machine and find most of my stuff, or Audio Sick Records, and I put most of my stuff on Bandcamp. But I do use all the streaming sites, but I don't get a lot of feedback from, you know, Spotify and stuff. But I mean, it's Silence and Machine on anything. There is a band, very similar name, called Silence the Machine, but that's not me.
And I want to ask, well, where would you like to see the project maybe in a few years from now?
Um, Honestly, I would just like to be touring and playing shows and interacting, you know, like physically with other bands and getting a little more out of the house with it.
Since you're in the house right now, have you done any of the virtual live streams since you're turning it a little more electronic?
Well, I hosted one during the pandemic called it was actually called Digital Noise Pandemic, and it was on Facebook, and I had a lot of people from all over the world, bands I had met. They played free shows in it, and it was actually my first concert under Silence and Machine, so it was pretty exciting.
That's all. So you plan to do any more?
I had planned to do a second one, but like I said, I stay pretty busy, you know, and work's been kind of keeping me tied up a lot. But I do plan to do a second one, and hopefully there'll be a lot more bands play because there was a lot of awesome people that decided to join in.
That's awesome. Yeah, with the streams, you really get a lot of feedback and to really see what the people are liking and stuff.
Right. Yeah, it's really fun, especially when you can't go to an actual concert. It's the next best thing.
I know, it's crazy. I used to go to multiple concerts a week into the pandemic, so it's kind of weird for me as well.
Right. Yeah. Back when I lived in Atlanta, I mean, I usually went to at least one concert a month, you know, and then it changed when I moved here. There ain't really many shows down here though.
Have you been up here on the East Coast by Philly or New York? There's a really good industrial scene here.
Oh, really? Yeah, I got offered a show in New York recently, but I wasn't sure I was gonna be able to find the time, you know, with or the money or resources to get up there.
That's awesome that you were offered a show there.
Yeah, it was very awesome. I would love to do it, and I still might, but like I said, I stay tied up so much. I don't even get out of the house much. But yeah, I'm hoping to do some shows soon, and that should be pretty awesome.
Awesome. Well, I look forward to what you got coming up in the future, and it was good talking with you, and everybody.
You too. Nice meeting you.
Yeah, you too. And for everyone watching, I've linked his music in the video description, so go check that out. How many tattoos do you have?
That's a good question. I don't know. I definitely have over 100. I just can't think of all of them. A lot of them kind of just run together at some point. I know I have at least probably 9 on my face. But yeah, I'm pretty much covered. I got some blank spots that need to be finished, but
Awesome.
that's one thing I do in my free time.